This is the ELMCONFIG 6, 12, and 24 volt car battery tester. Let's take it out of the box. In the box is a very nice case to keep the tool in right here. Even has a wrist strap on it like that so you can hang on to it. In the box you get the user manual. They give you a USB cable, USB to mini USB, and this is used to hook the tool up to the computer later on so you could read the data that it has stored, and you can even print that out if you'd like. And here is the tool itself. You'll see that it has a nice large color LCD screen, 4 buttons, very simple to operate, and your 2 battery clips right here, red for positive, black for negative. This tool is unique in the fact that it has reverse polarity detection and correction. So that means it really doesn't matter if you put the black on the positive and the red on the negative. I'm not going to do that, but it does say it's possible, so you could theoretically hook it up any old way. And on the right side of the unit is the mini USB port for hooking it up to the computer. That's beyond the scope of this video. I'm just going to show you how it works hooked up to a battery. And I'd also like to tell you about the types of batteries that you can test with it. So as explained earlier, this tool is going to test your typical types of batteries. This will do 6, 12, and 24 volt batteries, which is something you don't see in most of these car battery testers, or most of these battery testers. They'll do 6 and 12 volts, but it's very rare you'll find one that does 24. And the working voltage of this is actually 5 volts all the way up to 32 volts. So if there's a charging system associated with that 24 volt system, if you do have that, it can handle the overage in power without any problem. This can test regular flooded batteries, AGM or absorbed glass mat, both flat and spiral varieties, gel cells, and EFB batteries. It does a charging test as well. And of course, I'll show you all of that once we get this connected up to the car. Speaking of cars, this can work for the car, it can work for the truck, it can work for the motorcycle, it can work for the boat, it can work for the golf cart. It can also work for your mower, maybe your riding mower. Perhaps you have a generator with a battery on board. This can test it as well. It's all the same as far as that goes. And of course, it's also going to give you the state of health and state of charge. Let's go hook this up to the car. Okay, so here we are with a 12 volt regular flooded car battery. And hookup is very simple. We're simply going to take the cables and hook them up. Again, I'm going to follow the convention of red to positive, black to negative. We'll hook that up. The tool will boot up right here. Very simple. Let me get the camera reconfigured and we'll go through this. Alright, so we're all set right here. We're going to go right over to check, so we'll press the OK button. It asks what type of battery, 6, 12, or 24 volt. This is a 12 volt battery, so we'll hit that. You have a quick test, in-vehicle test, or out-of-vehicle test. This is in-vehicle, so we'll hit OK. And we're going to go right to battery test. Now it asks what type. As I stated, it's regular flooded. It asks for the protocol to use, or the standard to use, I should say. Here in the US, we generally use CCA, or cold cranking amps, so I'll hit OK on that. And it asks for the specification. This battery is 650 cold cranking amps. And where do you find that? Right on the battery itself. If you take a look, right over here, 650 CCA. So now I'm going to run the display up to 650, and then we'll get this tested. Okay, 650. It says state of health is 84%. Good. And the cold cranking amps, it's listing at 596. So not as topped up as it could be, but certainly not bad at all, and nothing to worry about for certain. Now we'll go to the charging test. It says start the engine, keep 2500 to 3500 RPM, and then press the OK button. And as you can see here, it says loaded is 12.64 volts, unloaded 14.08. The ripple is 13 millivolts. Very good. We'll go back and we'll go to the startup test. Okay, now it says start engine. There we are. It says time was 871 milliseconds. That's the actual time the starter was engaged. Starting ability is normal, and the voltage during cranking is 11.76, which is excellent. And now under load test, it says full load, keep 2000 to 2500 RPM, and press OK button. When they say full load, we're going to turn on the headlights, the blower fan, anything that you possibly can, and then rev the engine up. Okay, with all the accessories on, we're now going to rev the engine up 2000 to 2500 RPM, and then press the OK button. Alright, it says it's putting out 12.9, 12.8, 12.9, somewhere in there. And it looks like we're right in spec here, and the load capacity is good. Beautiful. Now we'll go over to waveform. And now it's going to plot a graph of what the battery is doing. It's recording this, as you see up here with the time, and that way later on you can play that back right on the tool, or you can hook it up to the computer and get that data on there to print it out. This also has a nice feature here called Multimeter. We'll hit that, choose 12 volts, and now you see a graph here. This is sort of like the old school analog meters like that, and you'll notice your pointer is right here. But if we turn on a bunch of accessories in the car, like the lights and the air conditioning and defroster and all that, you'll see how the needle goes down. So this way you can see what's going on. If you have something that's pulling a tremendous load that's bogging down the alternator, the engine, all that kind of stuff, you can see that. And also if your battery is weak, this will help you to see what's going on with that. If you have like a big load on the alternator because the battery is run down and has to recharge. So all around a great car battery tester. So once again, this was the ELMCONFIG 6, 12, and 24 volt car battery tester. Excellent tool, nice clear screen, works well, and can leave you with a good state of mind knowing that your battery is in good health, and if it's not, you can get it replaced before you are stuck in turmoil. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.